Hey everybody, this is Demari and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm doing the September read for this, September 2019 read for the sign of Virgo. So just to let you know, I'll be using the Celtic cross style and I will be using the Wild Unknown tarot, and to clarify, the intuitive tarot where needed, of course. So let's get stuck in and let's find out where you're currently at the moment, Virgo. So what do you got going on in life? Ooh, got the Devil card, okay? So I feel like there has been some difficulties that you're having to address, some challenges. Something is pissing you off, I feel, for some of you. There's some situation that's come up that you're really not happy about. So some of you, I feel like you're just letting go of some stuff that doesn't serve you. Some of you feel like you can't let go for some reason. Take it as it applies, if it applies. So what's the challenge here then? Let's have a look at that. Ooh, okay, so you've got the 9 of Swords. So yeah, you've been really stressed and something's gone really wrong. I don't know what exactly, but we can clarify that. But something went in a direction that you didn't like, and as a result you're kind of wanting to close the chapter out, okay? Because I feel like you just feel like it's just toxic, it's just a horrible circumstance that you want nothing to do with anymore, okay? Yeah, just had 3 cards come out. The Hanged Man in reverse, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. So I feel like, okay, so you feel like you're trapped in the circumstance, but you've been juggling between whether or not you want to stay within it or deal with this person, or to just let it go completely. So, but what you're not realizing is that actually you're creating this feeling of entrapment by not dealing with the circumstance straight away, okay? So you need to address it immediately because it's very toxic. That's what I see, like it's having some disastrous impacts for some of you. So let's have a look then in your recent past. What happened that brought about this circumstance? What is this about, Virgo? Because we can't be having this for you, right? Okay, you have the 8 of Pentacles. So it may be that you were, it may have been that you were financially cheated in some way, that someone stole from you. I think that will resonate with certain people, but I think someone took something that didn't belong to them, that was precious to you, or stole money from you, or put you out in some way by taking something that didn't belong to them to begin with. Some kind of property in some way. We'll need to clarify that, but yeah, something was taken and that's what caused this circumstance, okay? Yeah, and it put you in a really tough position where you had to make a choice that you thought you'd never have to make. Yeah. So someone really did a number on you, I feel, Virgo, and I'm sorry you had to deal with that, because that's not cool. So where are you heading then in regards to this? What's in the near future, as in what's coming up for you in September? Ooh, okay, flying now. Okay, so you have the Daughter of Wands in reverse, so that's the Page of Wands. So yeah, so you're looking at the situation, you're like, okay, what can I feasibly do about this to move things in a more positive direction, okay? Because this has happened, I can't change what had happened, okay? Some of you could have been burgled, okay? Some of you could have been robbed or mugged, attacked in some way, and you're just like having to pick up the pieces and be like, okay, I've lost a lot of things, right? So how do I get myself back on track? How can I sort myself out financially? How can I heal the wounds, okay, from this event, whatever it is? So that's what you're going to be walking into. You're kind of coming into this energy of, okay, how can I fix it? Or, okay, I can't fix it, but how can I move forward, right, after this event? So what I want to know now then is in regards to this, what's within your grasp, right? What is within your power to affect or change in relation to this circumstance? So you've got the Son of Swords in reverse, that's the Knight of Swords. So I feel like there are things that can be done. For example, if you were burgled, you have to report it to the police, you have to take legal action. If you know the person who stole from you, you have to take legal action. Or if someone was aggressive to you in the heat of the moment, again, you have to report them. Whatever it is that the legal procedures are, you have to take them in relation to this situation. But at the same time, you also have to take care of yourself in that time. It's not just, I feel like you will deal with it on the legal side of things, whatever it is, if it requires that. But you may not be looking at how it's impacting you emotionally, so you do need to address that as well. But it is definitely within your grasp to, take action against this individual that caused you harm, right? That wronged you in some way. So it's calling you to do that, to not let it slide, to not leave it just because you don't want to have to deal with it, okay? You have to take action because this is not okay, whatever happens. Yeah, I just see the Seven of Wands in the upright and then the Nine of Wands in reverse. So you really have to summon your power at this time and know that you deserve a resolution, you deserve justice, okay? So you need to really take the time to go within and see what is the best course of action, to not take revenge because that will lead you down the wrong path, but to seek justice, right? True justice, not revenge, okay? So that's the warning there, I feel, because you might be tempted at this time to seek revenge, especially with that Son of Swords in reverse. So don't do that, don't take that path, okay? Because that will lead to a whole other set of unpleasantries, right? Right above that, and seek justice, not revenge. Okay, so how are you feeling right now? Because I imagine you must be feeling pretty rough after all this, Virgo, but what is going on just underneath the surface there? Yeah, you got the Five of Wands in reverse. I feel like you felt very disconnected from yourself recently, very hurt. You could be dealing with some really heavy emotions, but I feel like more than anything you've been quite numb and just feeling very disconnected from your usual self because you're trying to still process what happened. It could be that this person was someone that you was very close to or you trusted, and having that trust broken really had a significant impact on you, because then it's hard to trust in people in the same way, right? So you're really having to mend yourself and those bridges, right? The other bridges that you have with others, because I feel like maybe at this time you've kind of distanced yourself from everyone. You don't trust anyone anymore because you were screwed over by someone that you genuinely believed to be trustworthy, and then they did something horrific to you. So now you're like, I can't trust no one, okay? But it's important that you don't sit into that place too long, because then that can come up with all sorts of negative circumstances and really affect how you start to see the world. So don't sit in that energy. But I feel like you are kind of looking at that already, because obviously that was a natural response to something that happened to you. But I think you know that you can't be that way. Like, you can't not trust anyone again because someone wronged you, because there are people in your life that are trustworthy and that want to be there for you as a support. So I think you see that already. So then, what are the external influences that have been affecting this circumstance, okay? So what I want to know really is who put you in this situation, okay? Yeah, I feel like it was someone who appeared one way and wasn't what they said they were. With this Nine of Wands in reverse, I feel like they painted themselves as to be this holier than thou type person, and they really weren't. They were masking their true intentions by with the face of righteousness, okay? So they really weren't who they said they were at all. Like it was a mask, right? That's what I feel like. Yeah, and you've seen their true colours now. The jig is up, okay? You know who they are. You see them for what they truly are, and they can no longer hide, you know, because it's out there, it's in the open. Everyone knows now that they're not who they say they are, okay? With that death card there. Okay, and then let's have a look then in terms of your hopes and fears, okay, in regards to this circumstance. What is your hopes and fears, Virgo? Okay, that's a lot of cards, but I'll take them. Okay, so I feel like this, I always do it this way around, so this is your hopes and this is your fears, okay? So you got the World card in reverse and the Lovers in reverse, and then for your hopes you've got the Seven of Wands in the upright and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so let's just address the fears firstly. So, okay, because you got the Lovers in reverse, this could have been someone that you were dating, and then you thought there was some way, and then actually they were just taking advantage of you, and that's what you discovered. And that really, like, I feel like this was the promise, right? I feel like the World in reverse represents the promise that came in from this person. Like, oh, you know, I am this, you know, knight in shining armor, or, you know, this angel, you know, that will come and, you know, rescue you and give you the perfect life and, you know, be what you needed, and then took all of that away from you and much more, okay? So they were promising you this, they were promising you the world, but they didn't deliver. And because of that, you're scared that any time you come into a connection with someone, you're going to lose everything all over again, that you're going to keep repeating this cycle over and over and over, because that trust has been broken, right? And you feel like no one genuine is going to come into your life who actually want to give you this, right? That there's just a ploy for something else. So that's your fear. But of course we know that that's not true, right? There are going to be people that will come in with really good intentions. They might not promise you the world, but they'll promise to at least approach things in a way that's respectful to you, right? And try to be a support rather than, you know, someone that's actually detrimental to you, okay? So then in your hopes, again, you've got the Seven of Wands in the upright and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like what you're hoping for is this new start where you can just, you know, build yourself back up again, where you can start to create a new life, clean slate, you know, that doesn't involve other people so much, actually, that you're just self-reliant, that you just live on your own terms, that everything's done in a set way that you feel comfortable with, and everything is on your terms at this time, okay? That's what I feel like with this energy, that, you know, you want that spark for life again, but you want it to be on your terms. You're not willing to take unnecessary risks, yeah? But you want to manifest a new beginning in your life on your terms. And with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like, yeah, that you spent a lot of time and energy creating something or building something up in your mind that didn't come to fruition, right? Because this person wasn't genuine. So you don't want to rely on anyone else again. You want to create this stability on your own, for yourself, on your terms. That is it, yeah? And you're pretty much like that anyway, Virgo. Like, you're very, like, methodical, and, you know, you take things, your responsibilities seriously, and especially when it comes to your house and home, right? Like, that's not something you mess with when it comes to a Virgo, especially. So I can believe that that's the energy that you're kind of going to be walking into, you know, because that's what you want. You want to feel like you have control over your circumstances again, right? Because this person just came in and took a bulldozer to it, right? So I do understand that. So now in regards to the advice, you've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. So I think you've been holding back your emotions in regards to this because you've just been trying to approach it in a logical way. You know, see what you can do to pick up the pieces and try and resolve it as quickly and efficiently as possible. And see, you know, basically cut your losses where you need to, but then try and gain back what you can, especially if it's finance. Because you've been so focused on the logistical side of it and how you have to deal with these various things, that you haven't had time to really process your emotions on it yet. So I feel like you just, in the background, there's a lot of pain and a lot of worry that's just beneath the surface. I think you need to kind of give yourself the time to release that, okay? You might need to just have a moment and have a purge, okay? And you're welcome to do that. And, you know, don't do it alone if you don't want to. You know, call your closest friend, family member, and have them support you in that time, because you have been through a lot in such a short period of time. It was a very horrible situation that you just came out of. And again, like, you know, if you don't feel like you can talk to someone about it, or you want to talk to someone that's, you know, outside of your circumstances, that's basically a stranger and you know it isn't going to go anywhere, you're more than welcome to send me a message, okay? You can contact me or email me. My email is always on the description. And yeah, it's always confidential, every conversation I have with you know, anyone about anything they're facing, so you're more than welcome to contact me as well if you need that, okay? It's really important that you have this time to process what happened, okay? Yeah. And I see the Wheel of Fortune in reverse as well, so I feel like, you know, okay, so this situation didn't go very favourably for you, but as a result, because of this wrongdoing that this person has done to you, karma is coming for them, right? That's the message there. So you don't need to worry about getting revenge or anything like that. You just take the necessary steps and karma will come and bite them in the ass for you, okay? So don't worry about that. You just focus on your own well-being and, you know, getting the things done that you need to do in this time, okay? So let's have a look at the overall outcome for you. Okay, looks like everything in the world coming up. So you've got the Six of Wands, the Five of Swords in reverse, and the Hanged Man in the upright. So I feel like you're afraid to, again, really step outside of your home right now because you're afraid of potential consequences, especially where this person's concerned. But you need to, of course, like, I know it's not easy, but you're going to need to do that. You have things you need to take care of, so don't put your life on hold because of what happened, okay? With the Five of Swords in reverse, I feel like you have a lot of healing to do because you just come out of such a negative circumstance, okay? So because you're feeling fragile, you may be experiencing some PTSD, okay, depending on the circumstance. If you are, you may need to get some counsel for that, okay, some professional counseling, or you know, if it's particularly bad, then, you know, seek emergency help so you can maybe get some emergency guidance and some medication if needed. Obviously, I don't like to push the medication route, but like if it's serious, then look at what your best options are. But you may just need some advice and some guidance, or some just like talking therapy, right, to help you get through it, because I feel like for some of you there will be some PTSD from this. So yeah, you definitely need that support at this time, okay, because you've been through a lot. And then I also see the Six of Wands in the upright, so this is the thing, something bad happened to you, but it's not the end, okay? You are going to come out with this with a renewed sense of hope, I feel. That even though you're going to be tender and there's going to be a lot of healing that needs to take place over the coming months and potentially years, you're going to bloom, right? You're going to blossom into something that's very resilient, but also just very grounded and beautiful. I feel like this is actually powerful for you on a transformatory level. I feel like your kind of no-nonsense, methodical approach and kind of somewhat dismissive nature is going to take a sideline, and you're going to be more appreciative and grateful of the good things that come in your life, because you have this awareness now that it can also be bad, right? That things can get rough. So I think you'll come out with this with a new sense of gratitude for the good things in your life. So that's actually going to nurture you in a way that really allows you to see the beauty in things, I think. And you will find joy again, you will, okay? So that's what I see there. So even though obviously Virgo, you dealt with something very heavy here, I can see that, okay? And I'm really sorry that that's the case, but in the end you are going to be stronger for it. And yeah, there may be scars, but they're only going to make you more beautiful, right? That's the message I see here, that it's not going to take from your beauty, it's going to add to it, because you have this whole new dimension now of frailty and understanding and appreciation for things, in the little things, okay? And that's, yeah, it's very beautiful. I just get this real like, just this real like grounded awareness and just appreciation for the little things. Like it's hard to explain, but it's just such a beautiful energy, and I feel like that's what you will grow into as time goes on. So yeah, I don't think I need to clarify much else. I'm sorry that went into some very deep aspects. I can't help it, it just comes up what it comes up with. Obviously this isn't going to resonate for everyone, so this is just for who it does. I know this is not an easy read, because this will touch on things that are very sensitive to you right now, but as I said, it's important that you know these messages, so you know that things can be done. Hope isn't lost, things are turning around. It's just certain things need to happen, and that it's important that you don't take revenge, that you don't embody wrath, okay? Because that will lead to really terrible circumstances, rather than transforming you, so that your soul really takes the foreground and you bloom into this beautiful being, okay? So that's what I have for you, Virgo. But as I said, if you do need to speak, you're more than welcome to contact me if you need that. And yeah, I just hope that this situation gets resolved to the best extent it can be, and that you'll be able to move forward in a much more positive way. So thank you for watching, Virgo. Do leave your comments and you hit the like button if this was relevant to you, and do subscribe, because I will have other readings and hopefully they'll be much lighter, okay? So thank you so much for watching.